Ishvani Unplugged. So today I'm joined by the incredibly beautiful Richardine Pitt. Pa, 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 pa. You know, we have to do a pa, 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 pa. It's Ishvani Unplugged.
Ishvani, welcome.
There we go. Welcome, man. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me, Ishvani.
Richardine is all the way from Port Alfred. So very humbled. You drove all the way to be here today. So thank you so much for taking time out of your long weekend. We're shooting this on Human Rights Weekend. Yeah? It was Human Rights Day 2 days ago or a day ago. Yes, yeah. So thank you for being here. And you have a very interesting story.
Yes, I do.
You are all the way from the Orange Free State originally.
Originally.
So yeah, take us back in time to Orange Free State.
So I was born in Welkom in the Free State. We lived there for about 3 years. My father worked in the mines, but they are originally from Queenstown in the Eastern Cape.
Okay.
So when I was about 3 years old, we moved back to Queenstown, and then my parents moved back to Welkom when I was in grade 10 and 3.
Okay.
I get confused with the grades these days.
Yeah,
it reveals my age.
You grew up in a different time when it was all standards, yeah.
So my parents went back to Welkom when I was in standard 3, so I lived with my aunt.
Okay.
And then standard 4, I went back to Welkom to live with my parents. So I went to Bronville Primaire.
Okay.
I was
Afrikaans school.
Yes, very Afrikaans.
Yes.
And then standard 5, I went to private school.
Okay.
So it was called Rediscovering, very Afrikaans too.
Okay.
And then standard 6, the first quarter of standard 6, I was in Houtveld.
Okay.
Yes. And then the second quarter, my parents sent me back to my aunt. So I went to live with my aunt.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I was outside the December holidays of standard 9.
Yes.
Because my mom and dad separated, so my mom moved to Cape Town when I was in standard 8. My first year in standard 8.
So that was about
standard 8.
grade 10, which means you were about 16,
Yes.
17 at that time?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then my mom decided to, reconcile with my dad when I was at December holidays, because she actually came back to Queenstown just for the December holidays to tell us now that she's, to try and reconcile with my dad.
Yes.
So my dad, unfortunately, that weekend didn't really see my mom. He went to Springs to drop a cousin of mine, and when he stopped in Welkom, because we still had family there, my uncle suggested that he sleeps over.
Yes.
So he said, no,
so
he just wants to
Springs
get it
is
over.
in Johannesburg. Yes. So how far is it from
Welkom to Joburg, for instance? I think it's about 2.5 hours to 3 hours.
Okay, so quite a drive. Okay, yeah.
So he was on his way back to Queenstown, didn't want to sleep over. And then he had an accident in Smithfield.
Sure.
Now he is night blind like I am.
Yes.
So what happened was a just came around the corner, a car obviously had their brights on.
Oh,
and
at
then
night.
he went off the cliff, and he wasn't wearing a seatbelt.
Oh my word.
So that accident left my father is a paraplegic.
Sure.
So my matric year was not a very nice year. And then after matric, I went to Cape Town to live with my mom.
Okay.
And then I studied human resource management at CPUT.
Which is very different to what you do today.
Because you just see
how
life works.
Yes, yeah.
So in my second year, CPUT, I've got an eldest brother that lived in Rustenburg at the time. So my younger brother, that's 2 years younger than me, his name is Donald. So Donald and a cousin of mine, Eugene, they were on their way to visit my brother in Rustenburg. My brother, Donald, still had his school clothes on, so my cousin went to fetch him from school.
Okay.
He's a rugby player and everything, a star player.
Oh, wow, okay.
So they went to Rustenburg for the weekend. And on their way back, because it was an unplanned trip, they picked up 3 hitchhikers, which was 3 sisters. And about 5 kilometers from Welkom, this was on the 26th of August 2006, they had a car accident, which also left my brother as a paraplegic. And my cousin unfortunately passed away in the accident, and 2 of the sisters passed away, and the third sister had a mental condition because she had a head injury.
Oh my word! Wow.
So that was another turning point in my life. So I had to stop my studies.
Yes.
And then I had to go work to help my mother earn a living, basically.
Yes.
So I worked at the waterfront as a waitress at Mug and Bean. And then from there, I was sort of stolen from a general manager at that time it was called the Cape Sun in Strand Street.
Okay.
So I went to go work there, but in the lounge, not in the restaurant.
Yes.
So, the people with business conversations.
Yes, yeah.
And cocktails and your cognac and things like that.
Yes.
So I worked there, but I couldn't really, because the hours, I stayed close to the waterfront, so the Green Point basically. So for me to catch, to have public transport at 5 o'clock in the morning, because I had to be at work at 6, just wasn't viable.
Yes.
So I went back to waitressing, and then I went to go work at the frozen yogurt place. And while I was there, I saw an advert in the newspaper about PathCare. I didn't know anything about
PathCare.
No, nothing. I didn't know what it was.
Yes.
But I just applied.
Yes.
And the closing time was at 5 o'clock. I sent my CV at 5 to 5.
Wow.
So it was just
in
I
time.
think it was on top because it came last.
Okay.
And then I was called for an interview. So I went. I didn't know what data capture was. I didn't know what at that time they called it the medical administrator or something to that.
Okay.
So I didn't know what it was. I initially applied for the medical administrator, and then they put you in a room to do when you called for the interview, and you do like a typing test as well. Now, I was a star in typing. I got the trophy every year.
Oh wow!
Yes.
Did you do typing in school?
I did typing at school, and I was the star.
There we go. Okay.
So when we did the speed test, basically, they said no, they're selecting me for a data capturer instead of the medical clerk. That's what it was called.
Okay.
So I didn't know what any of the two means. I was like, yeah, whatever, as long as I get a job.
Exactly.
So the course that time was about 6 months.
Okay.
And within my 3rd month, my lecturer at that time felt I was ready to go to the workforce.
Wow.
So I went.
So you were a shining star student then. Yeah.
But you see, everything I went through built character.
Absolutely.
And it keeps you humble.
It does.
So I worked very hard.
Yes.
So I was sent to the workforce to work in the logging department.
Yes.
I was there. Sharmila was my manager at the time.
Okay.
And then I went to her because the actual guy, lecturer that was at the academy, Kevin Roberts at the time, he told me, why don't you apply for the medical technician program?
Right.
And I thought, well, I just basically started working. How's that going to go?
Yes.
But then I did apply, and I went to go tell my manager, Shamila, I told her I applied, but I don't know what's going to happen because I work in November.
So where were you working now for PathCare? At which branch?
For the Alfred branch.
For the Alfred branch. Okay, so you were doing the data capturing at this point. Okay.
So
and for those who are watching, a data capturer is completely different from a technician. Data capturers, they just capture the request forms, they check all the credentials, but the technicians actually run the bloods. They manage the machines that results the bloods and so forth. Yeah.
So I applied and then I got accepted. Now, mind you, I just started working for PathCare.
Yes.
I went through many interviews.
Yes.
And I was chosen. I was lucky enough to be chosen or selected.
Incredible, Richie.
So I did the technician's program for 2 years, and then I did my intern training everywhere in Cape Town, basically. And then the head of the academy, Eric Spencer.
Yes.
He said because at the beginning of your contract, you have to sign that you're willing to go outside the Cape Town area.
Okay.
So, when it gets to when you work in some of the depots, you get to know the managers, and then they ask you, they recruit you basically.
Yes.
There's going to be a post open.
Correct.
So at that time, I was going to get a post in serology at PCP.
PCP in Cape Town.
I'm a very inquisitive person.
Yes, yeah.
So I told Eric, you can send me anywhere you want. Wherever they want somebody first, I'll go there.
Okay.
Now, if you do the technician program, you have to work for PathCare for about a year.
Yes.
And that's like paying them back.
Yes, with your time.
Yes.
Correct, yeah.
So I decided, Port Alfred came out. I didn't know where Port Alfred was.
Yes.
I've never been to Port Alfred.
Yes.
I Googled and I saw the marina.
Yes.
And I thought, wow,
Stunning.
this is a stunning holiday destination.
Yes.
So I got a flat. I got in contact with the then manager, and he said, no, you can come as soon as possible.
Yes. And how old were you at this time?
I was 24.
24, okay.
Yes. So I started working. Okay, first I drove and I came into Port Alfred. What a culture shock. To come from Cape Town to Port Alfred.
Wow, okay.
I thought, what dark corner is the there's no lights.
Yes.
And I thought, where's the main road?
Yes. Because it's a small town.
It's a
Port
very
Alfred.
small town.
Yes.
I mean, compared to Cape Town.
Cape Town, yes, yeah.
So I went to go start. My first day was on the 9th of November,
Okay.
2009.
Yes, yeah.
So I started in, when I got there, it was a small little lab, you know, it
Yes.
was only two of us. We were two technical staff. We had to do the data capturing ourselves.
Oh my word.
We had to do the accounts ourselves.
Yes.
We didn't even have like a cash container, a petty cash.
Okay.
So patients would pay you, and then you would quickly run next door to go make change to give them back.
Okay, so
it
very
was
different
really
times.
just started. The petty
Yes.
cash just started there because the hospital, it was the hospital, private and public sector.
Okay, merging.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, so they just started, so that's why, you know, they started first very small to see if it was going to be viable.
Correct, because the town is small. Is there
So
going to be
very
a
small
market
town,
to
yes.
actually, yeah.
So we were two technical staff.
Yes.
We had one sister that came in from 9 to 11.
Okay.
So we didn't have a courier. We
Okay.
didn't have a data capturer. But because of everything that I
Went through. You
in
could
Cape
fulfill
Town,
all
I could
those roles.
fulfill all the roles.
Wow.
So I understood the company from the ground level.
Yes.
And I,
That has also shaped your
yes. my
entire,
career.
yes,
It
yeah.
did.
Because you're a jack of all trades.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and then the lab grew. We moved to a bigger space.
Okay.
And I've been there from 2009 up until now, and I thought I was just going to go for a year.
Wow.
And now, actually, I'm managing the place.
You are the manager of our Port Alfred lab.
Yes, and that's actually, you know, you go through all these difficulties and you
Yes.
think, oh, God has forgotten about me.
Yes.
But it actually builds your character to get you to the end point.
Yes, yeah.
So you can see there's two short parts. I
Yes.
got to say to it a few weeks ago.
Yes.
It's just as a reminder
Yes.
of where I'm coming from and where I am now.
Today, absolutely.
Yeah,
And
I
to
mean,
be resilient in your journey.
yes, that's the strength of a woman.
Yes.
You know, a woman's got a sixth sense, and
Yes.
a woman, you know, especially if you are religious like me,
Yes.
I always believe that God has a plan
Yes.
with everything, and even with, you know, my brother got his license before me.
Wow.
He got married as well, he's got a wife.
Yes.
So, you know, you mustn't, if you fall, if they say if you fall 7 times, you must pick
stand up.
yourself up 8 times.
Yes.
So, you know, no matter what happens to you,
Yes.
you always look at the silver lining and think, what can I learn out of the situation?
Yes.
Because sometimes it's like a learning school that
Yes.
just prepares you for
For the
something
next
greater.
thing. Yeah.
Yes.
So I'll give you a quick example. You know, starting with my YouTube channel, which has now, you know, grown into a podcast.
Yes.
It was a channel that I started when I was still a medical student in Romania. And I started the channel because I was trying to earn some money on the side to
Yeah.
bring my dog to South Africa.
Wow.
A dog that I got in Romania. And my parents said, it's 35,000 rand to bring him down.
But it's like your child.
Exactly. And I was like, I can't let go. This is my baby, you know, he's attached to me. So it started in 4th year, 5th year, and 6th year. I did medical lectures online. It was the only thing that I knew how to do.
Too, yes.
You know, it was my niche, it was what I was studying for. And, you know, I'm not somebody who knows how to play the piano. I don't have a lot of other skills.
So that's your passion.
That's my passion.
You used your passion.
So I was like, okay, let me capitalize on this. Let me start making some videos on ulcers,
Yes.
esophagitis, everything, you know, these small things that people might
Educate.
watch.
Yes.
So it is adding value and somebody's going to find it useful. People are going to watch and I'm going to earn my money. Fast forward to 6th year. In that span of time, over those 3 years, it was 4th year, 5th year, 6th year, I made a lot of content, managed to rake up enough money. When I finally got to 6th year, I had about 40-something thousand rand.
Oh my word, so you've got enough. You see,
In that account, so I could bring
it's
my...
about you getting up. Because you know what we do sometimes?
Yes.
If we're in a situation,
yeah.
you let the dark cloud overshadow you and
Yes.
you go into that pit, and some people don't know how to get
Out. Yeah.
But life doesn't end there. As
Yes.
long as the sun still shines
Shines.
and the moon still rises,
Yeah.
we still have another chance.
Yeah.
And I mean, if it wasn't for my brother's accident and for my father's accident, I wouldn't understand what a patient felt like on the other side of the line.
Yes.
So now I can actually look at a specimen and not see a specimen. I
Yes.
see a person. There's a person waiting on the other end
Yes.
for that
Yeah.
result, and it's critical.
Absolutely.
So, in that, it's like me giving back to the community.
Yes.
Because I know what it feels like. So, I'm giving back by servicing them.
Yes.
By, nothing is routine. I take care of that sample, and I always think this could have been my brother's blood.
Absolutely. And you would have wanted it to get
the result as soon as
possible.
possible.
Yes, yeah. So Richie, I know you also advocate for female empowerment, women empowerment. You are in an empowering role. But as you said, you're the manager now. But you started from the bottom.
I started from the bottom.
And it didn't come without its
but
challenges.
That's the thing. It didn't come without its challenges. And the thing is, young people today, they want to take the lift.
Yes.
They don't want to take the stairs.
Yeah.
It's better to start from the bottom because it prepares you. Because when you are in a management role,
yes,
you need to relate to the person that's
on the other side.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you must know what they're talking about. If they tell you, I struggle with medical terminology.
Yes.
So it's also a form with your colleagues to educate them.
Yes.
So there's so many things that comes with it.
Yes.
You educate your colleagues, and
yes.
you know that you also elevate them.
Yes. Yeah.
And what I also, like I told you, all these things builds character, and also it gives you emotional intelligence. And without emotional intelligence, you are unable to read your staff.
Yes. Yes.
So you must be able to read, what they're not telling you.
Yes.
And also see behind the scenes.
Yes.
And you must also be vigilant to see, this person looks not very good today.
Yes.
So, all the things that they are not saying to you, basically.
But you have to read in between the lines.
In between the lines.
Yes, yeah. And to be human means to go through a variety
we
of
all,
emotions.
we all have a trauma.
Yes.
There's nobody that doesn't matter how rich you are,
yes.
doesn't matter how poor you are, doesn't matter how educated you are,
yes.
doesn't matter how much money you have.
Yes.
And the thing is, with the health sector,
yes.
no money can buy your health. So health is the most important thing.
Yes, yeah. So you're also a mommy to two beautiful boys.
Yes, I've got 2 boys.
Yes.
And let me quickly tell you the story, Ishvani. So when I went to Port Alfred,
yes.
I actually met my ex-husband now.
Yes.
A day before I moved to Port Alfred.
Wow.
So when I got to Port Alfred, we were introduced by a mutual friend.
Okay.
So, we started, that time it was mixed. Again, I'm revealing
yes.
my age.
Yes, yeah.
So, we just started the conversation, and my first night in Port Alfred, it was the heaviest thunderstorm that they say they've ever seen.
Oh my word, what a welcome.
So, he talked to me on the phone that night until the storm actually ended.
So that's how you guys sort of bonded.
That's how we bonded. And then he moved to Port Alfred, so we got engaged 2 months later.
Wow, 2 months later.
2 months later.
Port Alfred had a lot in store for you.
And then 6 months later, but we saw it was long distance. He was still in Cape Town at the time.
Okay, so he's also a Cape Town guy.
Not really, he's from Titicama.
Whoa, wow.
But he was in Cape Town at the time, he was busy with some program.
Okay.
So 6 months later, we got married. We went to Home Affairs here and put PE, and we only paid 20 rand.
To get married, to your marriage license, eh?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we got married, and then I fell pregnant with my first son on honeymoon too.
Yeah.
So 9 months later, Jordan was born.
Hey.
And then
shout out to Jordan.
Later, 2 years later, Noah was born.
Aww.
And then again, doesn't matter where you are in life, something always pops up.
Yes.
With Noah's birth, actually I had a cyst on my thyroid.
Oh.
I went to see the GP, just to find out if there's anything he needs. And he asked me, how long have you had that cyst on your thyroid? I didn't even notice it.
Wow.
So he put me in touch with the surgeon, and it was confirmed that I do have a cyst, and it was a complicated cyst, which means that they must take it out in order to see if it's cancerous or not.
Correct.
And then I did a pregnancy test. I was due for the operation on the 25th of October. On the 24th of October, I did a pregnancy test, and voila.
You are pregnant. Yeah.
And then I told the doctor, this is the situation, what must I do now?
Yeah.
And then he said, no, we'll stop the surgery. You can continue with the pregnancy, and then we'll do the operation when your baby's 3 months old. Being human, it's like, I need a second opinion.
Yes.
So I went for a second opinion, and the second surgeon told me, no, it's still early in the pregnancy, so you have a choice. You can either abort, or we can do the surgery hoping nothing's going to happen.
Sure.
So I
tough
decided,
decision.
yes, it was very, very tough.
Mm-hmm.
So after speaking to multiple medical personnel,
Yes.
medical people, doctors, consulting with them, I decided the best thing was to abort, because I wasn't sure how far the cancer was going to spread by the time my baby was born. I didn't know whether the fetus development would be normal. There's such a lot of things to take into consideration.
Yeah.
So I went to a psychologist because I had to prepare me mentally about what was going to happen.
Of course, yeah.
And then by some miracle, I decided, this is not for me.
Yeah.
I won't be able to live with myself.
Yeah.
And then Noah was born, a healthy baby boy.
Wow, shout out to Noah.
Called him Noah. So Jordan and Noah both Bible names.
Yes.
And today they are Jordan's 14 and Noah's turning 12.
Wow. So you've got teenage boys now.
Yeah, I'm a mom of teenagers.
Yes, yeah. So what is that like on a day-to-day?
Oh my word. I always said, I think compared to them,
yes,
I was a very quiet teenager. My mom thought I had problems, but no, I really didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't close the door when I'm in the room because, old school, the door must be open.
Yes.
So now I get the doors closed, the music is loud,
yes,
and you have to knock before you
enter. Yes.
That's called respect.
Correct.
Where in my days, the respect was leaving the door
open. Exactly. Yeah.
Different times. You
generations changing. Yes, yeah. What's normal for us is completely different to how our parents were raised. Yeah. Yes. So no, that's awesome. And so you did mention that you had gone through a divorce, and a divorce, is a very tricky thing to go through. It's not really spoken about a lot because it's a sensitive topic, and not
people feel, some people, like for instance in my culture, you can put it that way.
Yes.
It's something that's looked upon a bit different.
Yes.
Because if you are a divorcee and you go out with friends, like Mark Lottering, I don't know if you watched that stand-up show where they call you the lady in the leopard class. You're always the one that doesn't really belong. You have a conversation. Yes. Your conversation is with the men and the ladies in the kitchen while making the salad. Yes. Brewing, because what are you doing?
Doing with the men.
So I think it's a lot. I never got married to be divorced.
Absolutely.
But I think sometimes being a career woman, it does come at a price.
Yes.
And unfortunately, my beginning years was very, very, I couldn't do time management at the time. Yes. Because I was young, I got married quick, I had kids, and then I was on standby. I would be called out 3-4 times a night, sometimes 5.
Yes.
If I went to work in the morning, I don't know what time it's going to finish. Yes. But that's the type of commitment it takes to be in the medical field.
Yes.
So if you sign up for the medical field, you must have a passion for people.
Absolutely.
And the other thing is you must care about your patients.
Yes, yeah.
It's not about it's lunchtime now. Sorry,
they can wait.
There's no waiting time.
Yeah.
You need to get that results to the doctors ASAP. So it does take a toll sometimes on relationships because, especially I was young.
Yes.
And I was young and a bit naive at the time. Mm-hmm. So I didn't know there's things like time management. I've never been exposed to people with children. So I didn't know the commitment that it takes to be a mom.
Yes, yeah.
So I had to be a career woman and a mom at the same time.
Yes, and
being a mom sometimes, if you juggle 20 balls, one is about to fall.
Yes.
And then the cascade starts.
Yes, yeah.
So unfortunately I got divorced. I was married for 14 years.
Wow.
I got divorced last year.
Mm-hmm.
But, there was 2 beautiful boys
that came out.
Yes. And I mean, they're so like me. The eldest one like fashion, I love fashion.
Yes.
And the younger one,
she is a fashionista. Yes.
And the younger one is, things that I was a very shy child.
Yes.
While my youngest one is not. He'll tell you exactly how he feels.
Yes.
Like, he asked me, why are you cutting your hair? A woman is not supposed to cut her hair. And then I had to educate him and said, no.
Yes.
A woman is nobody is, in charge of someone. If
Yes.
they feel like
Cutting their hair, they can.
do that.
Yeah.
So it's also, it comes with such different things. You
Yes.
have to educate your boys,
Yes.
not to be controlling,
Yes.
how to treat a woman.
Correct.
So, it's a never-ending learning curve.
Yes.
There's lots of things to life. That's why I'm saying, if you want to teach, life is beautiful.
It is, yeah.
And every day starts afresh.
That is
so
true.
if you made a mistake yesterday, you've got today to make a better choice.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think it's very important what you said about, teaching your boys how to be better men.
Yes.
Because one day they are going to go out and be boyfriends and they're going to be husbands themselves.
Yes.
And, your upbringing is very important because it does shape us to a certain extent.
It does.
We have the ability to change at any time, but our upbringing actually molds us for the rest
Who
of
we
our
are.
lives.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's true. That builds your principles and it basically builds your foundation. And foundation you can't change.
Yes, yeah.
So I took when Jordan turned 6 years old, I took him out on a date.
Yes.
Just to show him, this is what you do. So I had to pull out the chair for me.
Yes.
I sat down just to show the kids, if you don't install that kind of values into them,
Yes.
they're going to grow up thinking like if somebody else does it, they're going to think, that person. How
Yes.
kids are, they're going to
Yes.
tease each other.
Correct.
So I'm trying to teach my boys how to be gentlemen.
Oh, incredible. I wish more mothers did that actually.
Yeah, and I mean, it's because remember, children are not yours.
Yes.
God gave them to you. You need to lead them to a certain point. One day they're going to leave the nest and
Yes.
they're left all alone.
They're going to be on their own journey.
Yes, and then they have to figure out life by themselves.
Absolutely, absolutely. So Richie, well done on going through this entire journey. And
Thank
we're super proud of you.
Yeah, Ishvani.
But also, before we go, what's next for you? As you said, it's not even a new chapter, it's a whole new book for you.
Yes.
And, I've been in your life now only for the last year and a half. But I've also seen the transformation.
Yes.
And it's been inspiring to people like me. You do
Wow.
inspire us.
Wow,
And,
thank you very much.
No, you're most welcome. It's only the truth. So yeah, what's next for you? How are you planning?
Well, at the moment, it's about self-growth.
Yes.
You can never stop learning.
Yes.
So there's lots of things that I want to achieve, and I found out that I've got an adventurous side as well.
Yes.
I want to go bungee jumping.
There we
I wanna
go.
skydiving.
Yes.
So I think my kids are at the age now where it allows me to discover myself.
Yes.
Because I've been in a mum role I got married, was in a mum role, and I'm actually getting a chance now to
Breathe a bit.
Yeah, and also to rediscover myself.
Yes.
Because I'm turning 41 this year.
Okay. Okay.
So, it's been such a long time since I've been 24. So
Yes.
I have to go back and see what were the things that inspired me. Who
Yes.
am I if I'm not a mother?
Yes.
So, that's the thing, I'm discovering myself at the moment.
Yes. The journey of falling in love with yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's the most important relationship.
Exactly. Important words, inspiring words. And on that note, thank you so much for being
Thank
here.
you for having me, Ishvani.
It's been
It was such
incredible.
a pleasure.
And Richie came all the way from Port Alfred to make this happen. So thank you.
That's a pleasure.
Very grateful, very humbled for you to be here. And like I always say, guys, we all have a story. I hope you find that these podcasts are motivational and inspirational. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Thank you.